Alright class, today we're going to learn how to make our paper model. To do that we're going to need several materials. First we'll need some paper. We're going to need a pencil, some scissors, tape, and a ruler. Last week we made our sketches with our 5 designs. So I'll take this one and I'll now turn it into a 3-dimensional paper model, just like you'll be doing this week. We'll start off on another piece of paper drawing this top side of the paper. Kind of like that. This one happens to be symmetrical, so I can easily fold it in half to make it symmetrical. So I fold it in half, I can fold it in half again. To make that side. Now by cutting, I've created one side of my paper model and it's perfectly symmetrical. To continue, on another piece of paper I can trace this Now I'll have my top and my bottom. Now I have the top and the bottom for my paper model. All I need now are the pieces connecting them for all of the sides. For the purposes of this demonstration, these will be our interesting sides. The rest of the sides are just simple rectangles and squares that connect the two. To make the simple rectangles and squares, I'll get another piece of paper and I'm going to decide how tall I want this to be. I think 3 inches would be a good size. So on this piece of paper, I'm going to make 2 3-inch marks. One on this side of the paper, and another on this side of the paper. So line up 0 on one edge of the paper, come over here to the 3 and make your mark on both ends of the paper. Now with this ruler, I can connect these 2 lines, making a 3-inch set of parallel lines. I'm going to go back to my interesting side and I'm going to number it all the way around. So this will be side number 1, side number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I've labeled each of these sides. Now it becomes a very simple job of just matching and marking. So I'm going to take side number 1 and start here at the edge, line it up and make a mark. Then I slide side number 1 to the other line and make a mark again. Now with my ruler I can connect those 2 marks. And I'm going to put a 1 on here because after I cut this out, I will then be taping side number 1 just like this. So I'll continue working my way around. I'm going to do side number 2 next. Notice I made a mark on one line and then I slid to the other line and made another mark. Connect those 2 marks with my ruler and put a 2 on there for side number 2. Side number 3 just barely fits on here. I measured and marked both sides, connected those, and put a 3 on here. Now I've run out of space, but I still need more sides, so all I have to do is measure again, making another set of 3-inch marks. So I'll start here where this line is, and measure over 3 inches and make another mark. I'll do the same on each side of the paper. I've now made another set of 3-inch apart parallel lines. There was one with my first, there's my second. 1, 2, 3. I'm now ready for side number 4. It goes right here. Side 5. And finally side number 6. With my ruler, I can connect these marks. Now that all of my rectangles and squares that will connect the interesting sides have been carefully drawn out here on this piece of paper, I can cut them out. Cut out all of my rectangles and squares. Now I'm going to go back to my original top piece with some small pieces of tape. I can now tape them together. So I'm going to take side number 6 and line it up here with the top that I've marked number 6 and just put one little piece of tape on there. I like to do this where the paper is laying down flat on the table. Oops. Side number 3. Side number 4, and then the last side here. It's really important that these sides all line up, that this side here is the exact same width as the side you attach it to. After you have laid them out flat and taped them together, then you're going to stand them up vertically and tape it. This will create the 3-dimensional paper model that we are looking for. Now for your paper model, you're also going to be including a non-objective design on here that would have been done in Mishima on the clay. You can take your pencil or your pen or your marker and you can draw your design on your paper. I recommend doing this before taping it onto the model. So I'll come up with some sort of interesting lines that could be placed. Hopefully last week when you looked at the examples, you saw some non-objective designs. Okay, and then finally I'm going to tape this last side on. Start by taping it to one side, putting a piece of tape on here, and then taping it to the other side. As you can see, this does come out somewhat flimsy. If you have thicker construction paper at home, feel free to use that instead. But the simple copy paper does work as well.